Welcome to another edition of Completely Unoriginal. Kurt Campbell with you here, along with Adam St. Paul. And back on the phone again this week, Tony Zur as well. Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Good. I'm here.
You're here. Yeah. Congratulations. Well done. Thanks for stopping in and seeing us last week in person. It was fun to have you here. I had a good time with that. I know Adam did as well.
Yeah, it was great.
And hopefully we can do that again soon. But plenty of stuff on tap because Comic-Con is going on this week, and that is kind of the nerd mecca for the year when it comes to comic and film-related stuff. And already stuff coming out of there, apparently. Hey, Adam?
Yeah, Tony actually broke the story to me, so I will let him explain exactly what he found on the Comic-Con cutting room floor, I guess would be the way to put it, and what that could mean for some potential Star Wars universe.
Well, I just saw quickly. I saw yesterday that they posted that Han Solo was going to have an Origins movie coming out, and then today they leaked this picture of kind of their what they're going to be doing with the Star Wars franchise in the next, I think it's like 5 or 6 years or something.
Okay.
And it's, a Boba Fett movie and a Obi-Wan Kenobi trilogy and all sorts of stuff. So.
Well, here's the thing. If you don't mind, Adam, I'll go first. You and I kind of share the this thing. Boba Fett has never meant anything to me other than he's a bad guy in the Star Wars universe in the original trilogy, which I consider the only Star Wars trilogy, to be honest. So he had a cool outfit. He barely said anything. He was a cipher, an enigma, but he never really meant anything to me. What do you think, Adam?
Well, I'd be more interested to watch it to see if they stick with George Lucas's stupid, like if he's still a Maori person, you know what I mean? Like
okay.
if he's still a clone of Jango Fett, because technically that's what he was in Star Wars Episode 2. He was a clone of his father, you know what I mean? Played by a Maori actor, that's why I say that. But I'd be more interested to see if they do that. Boba Fett does nothing for me. It says Fett/Solo. Now, Tony, speculate with me. Are they saying that Boba Fett is going to have his own solo movie, or is it going to be like a Fett-Solo dual movie crossover thing?
No, I'm guessing it's probably going to be after the Han Solo movie. I'm guessing they'll have the Fett, probably like Boba Fett v. Han Solo.
See, yeah, that's
thing.
So
yeah.
It would, in other words, illustrate how their rivalry got started, you think?
Possibly. I'd like to see. I mean, if we have to have a Boba Fett movie, I'd like them to pick it up right after Return of the Jedi and see him getting out of the Sarlacc pit and him getting his hands on the Slave 2, his new ship after the Slave 1 and everything. Like, I would love to see that story continued, but
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I really don't. Boba Fett does nothing for me.
But
he was a very, very tiny role in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. He's killed right away, spoiler alert, in Return of the Jedi, or at least thrown into the Snarlack pit right away. And his origin, his story has never interested me as much as, say, maybe call me a loser, but I would prefer to see a Yoda standalone movie. I'd like to see where did he come from, and how come he is so in tune with the Force and all that kind of stuff, and what was he like when he was younger?
I don't think I'd be into a Yoda movie so much. I don't know why that is.
I'm not a huge Boba Fett fan either. Like I said, if I have to have a Boba Fett movie, that would be the movie that I would choose. But yeah, you guys are right. I mean, when I was a kid, you asked me, who's better, Luke Skywalker or Boba Fett? Well, Luke Skywalker, he pretty much took Boba Fett out.
Yeah.
And stuff. I mean, I guess it was kind of an accident how Boba Fett got taken out at the end. But I mean, Luke Skywalker came up and slashed his gun to pieces and everything, and it was like, I was always more of a Luke Skywalker fan than anything. When I saw the latest Star Wars trailer, and you heard Mark Hamill's voice over top, my gosh, did I get just those kid goosebumps.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm with you on that. You hear him talking over it, like, oh, this is Star Wars. This is really Star Wars.
Yes.
So
the poster that Tony showed me had the Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Obi-Wan Kenobi standalone film, Rogue One, which is that one has been announced, and Josh Trank was on to direct right away. He's been moved off that project because apparently he likes cocaine and wrecking hotel rooms, allegedly. And after that, there was the next like Star Wars episode in the universe, just the regular movies.
Episode 8.
Episode 8, thank you. And then there was the Obi-Wan. It was the Boba Fett solo movie, and then there was Episode 9 as well. And what do you think they're gonna do with Obi-Wan Kenobi? He's dead in past a New Hope, so they're going to have to. That's gonna have to be an origin of some kind, or it's gonna have to be
or
him
an
younger.
in-between.
Yeah,
yes, just a young, or it could be after the end of. What is it? Episode 3, after he's already dispatched Vader, and what happened between then and him becoming a recluse.
I guess, but
there's plenty of stuff you can do there.
But they kind of tie that up though. He takes Luke to Tatooine to be with his family, as he says. And then he's hanging out there.
He just sits in the desert for 50 years? I don't think so.
The Jedi are wanted people. I would think so.
Well, I'd say Ewan McGregor needs to come back for it. I thought he was the best cast person for Obi-Wan Kenobi that they could have gotten. So, heck, if they want to bring him back and have him do some more movies, I'd be happy with that.
He did a perfect young Alec Guinness impression, essentially. I thought, and he was the highlight of he was the highlight of the trilogy, the original trilogy, or episodes 1 through 3, or the movies that shall not be named in a lot of Star Wars fans' homes. But no, I agree with you. He would be great, but there are young British actors who could pull that off, I'm sure. So,
what do you think? What do you think of it, Tony? What do you think of the? What are they going to do with the Obi-Wan standalone?
What do I think they're going to do with that?
Yeah, what makes sense to you?
Well, what would make sense to me is like Kurt said, kind of. I don't know which one of you guys said it, but pick it up, right after Episode 3, and I'm sure that there's got to be some more adventures.
Well,
of Obi-Wan Kenobi after that.
Have him be on the run from the Empire. You could build all kinds of stuff there.
Absolutely, yeah. That would be, Boba Fett movies and Han Solo movies and Obi-Wan Kenobi movies and stuff like that. I just want to see these next 3 Star Wars movies. In my eyes, that's all I really need. I don't need all this other stuff. But I mean, if they're well done, then hey, I'm on board. But it's like you're asking me this question, and in my eyes, I'm like, where do I want to see it go? Nowhere. I don't want to see it happen at all. I want to see Episodes 7, 8, and 9, and then see how those play out first before we start just packaging it and replicating it and doing all that crap.
See, I'm not excited for The Force Awakens at all.
Well,
come on!
I don't get it.
I don't even get it myself because I'm a Star Wars fan. But it's
that's
like,
what I mean.
That's coming. It's coming. I guess I'll go see it.
It's a very talented director.
Maybe I'm just getting older, but
I'm older than you, and I'm excited about this.
All I'm saying is J.J. Abrams. He brought Star Trek to a younger audience, and he brought it back in a very good way. And so it's like, hey man, let's see if he can bring us a great Star Wars movie. It's like when Bryan Singer signed on to do Days of Futures Past. God, when I finally got done with Days of Futures Past, it was like I remember going to bed that night, and my wife's like, "What's the shit-eating grin on your face?" I'm like, "I just got done watching a good X-Men movie again for a long time," and that's what I want for the Star Wars movie. I just want it to be great, so I can go to bed with a smile on my face, going, I just saw an amazing Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. I'm just saying I'm not excited for it. Like, for some reason, call me crazy, I'm more excited for the upcoming Ant-Man movie than I am Star Wars.
No.
Just because I have relived those the prequels, and it's just left such a bad taste in my mouth. After I think what's going to happen for me anyway is I'm going to really enjoy The Force Awakens, and then I will be excited for the next standalone or the next film in the series. That's how it's probably going to go.
I may be an idiot to have my hopes high, but JJ did, I think, an excellent job with the Star Trek films, specifically the first of the two.
Well, don't.
But he's not even that big of a Star Trek fan.
But don't.
He is a monster Star Wars fan.
But don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the movie is going to be bad. I'm not saying that J.J. Abrams is going to screw it up. I'm just saying that I'm not excited for it.
He can't mess it up worse than Lucas did.
No. Friendship over. Friendship over. Okay, Ant-Man over The Force Awakens. Friendship over. Hang up this phone.
And that's the day that things turned ugly on Completely Unoriginal.
Yeah. I think I don't know why, but see, I
don't
guess,
either.
Well, here's the reason why. I have seen more Marvel movies that make me excited. I haven't seen anything decent Star Wars wise because I don't watch the cartoons. I don't read the comic books or the novels that expand the universe. I don't do anything like that. Star Wars to me are the movies, and that is it. I have not seen a good Star Wars movie since I was a kid and I saw the original 3. I just saw a good Avengers movie or a good Marvel movie about a month and a half ago or more.
Well, let me ask you this. Don't you have that hope in your heart that what you loved as a kid is coming back? Maybe in a lesser form.
It that way.
Don't you have that hope?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it's episode 4, A New Hope. Think about it. Come on, it ties together.
Maybe.
Come on, man.
We've got to work on him, Tony. That's all there is to it. We've got to turn him around.
He's pissed off about the Fantastic Four movie, and he's not excited about Star Wars.
No, the Fantastic Four movie is going to be just awful. So that's what we're.
I agree.
I think that. Don't get me. See, Tony, just because I'm not excited like you doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean we can't be friends. It just means that you're gonna go to the midnight showing and I'll go see it Friday.
You gotta fill your heart with hope and not hate for things that don't worry about what you're going to end up hate watching. Worry about what you want to be good. Bring the positivity, man. Yoda would be very angry with you.
That might be true. Is there anything else going on at Comic-Con, Tony, that you've kept your nose to or the ear to the ground, as it were?
Well, I think it's really cool that Screen Junkies is going to be there for Honest Trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's going to be really cool. I'm glad that they have that much of a following that they were invited to come and do a live movie fights at Comic-Con. That's awesome.
That's great.
And then, but the question that I have for you guys is, who's going to play Han Solo?
Chris Pratt. He's playing everything.
Don't say Chris.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, why not? Just give it to him.
Even if you say Chris Pratt for Jurassic World 2, I'm going to throw something from Redfield and hit you from here, man.
Well, he is, he's about ready to start shooting Guardians 2, so you can't feel bad about that.
He can keep his Guardians tags, and he can keep on the Lego movies and with all that stuff. But Bradley Cooper, I'm still saying it. I still think that he would be. I think that he would take over any Harrison Ford role where Harrison Ford plays a cocky son of a gun, like Indiana Jones or Han Solo. Come on, Bradley Cooper as Han Solo. He would kill that role, man. He would be awesome in it.
Can I bring a dark horse candidate that you might have to think about for a minute, but I think would be really good?
I got a feeling.
You think Joss Whedon?
No. Nothing to do with Joss at all. Sam Rockwell as Han Solo, the young Han Solo.
Is he young enough?
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I get that Bradley Cooper's probably his same age, but he just looks younger. Same with Chris Pratt, but
all it takes is a good makeup job and good hairstyle, and you're gonna.
Terminator Genisys made a young Arnold Schwarzenegger again.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't see Sam. I mean, trust me.
He's got the chops, though.
I love Sam Rockwell. I mean, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind and Hitchhiker's Guide and I love Sam Rockwell, but I just don't. I don't see him having that commanding presence. He's more along the lines of the comic relief, or he would play a really good Sith.
But I would agree with Tony on that. I can't think for the life of me where Rockwell was the lead besides that crummy Poltergeist remake, and I don't even know if he was the lead in that. But
Moon. Hello?
Moon, but that is not playing Han Solo.
That's an act. No, but it shows his range.
Well, I mean, you can look at Seven Psychopaths. He was awesome in that. You can look, like I said, Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. That is a brilliant movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just don't see him. I don't see him being able to play Han Solo like that. Bradley Cooper. I mean, like you look at him in like A-Team or something like that, and he's got that certain something that I think
don't ask me to look at A-Team, please. don't ask me to look at A-Team. No, that's shame on you.
I'm just saying, like his deliverance of all of his lines in that movie and stuff. I think he would knock a Han Solo role out of the park.
I don't think this would never happen, and I don't know how people would react, but Nathan Fillion.
Fillion would be great.
As Han Solo.
Fillion would be great. He'd be fantastic. He's got the charisma.
I honestly, I mean, because he's kind of already played the same character in Firefly.
Sure.
He's played a similar character, at least. And that's why I think people would just see that and think Firefly. Granted, I mean, it didn't have the biggest following ever, but for the cult fans that loved it, they would immediately think Firefly. But I think that Nathan Fillion would do an excellent job as the next Han Solo, given the choice. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Nathan Fillion is?
I might know him to look at him and stuff like that. But I've never seen Firefly, and I know all of my geek friends tell me I need to see it and everything. But
now what friendship is over? Oh dear, you're on a nerd podcast.
How about
you haven't seen Firefly?
I just got the internet today. Okay,
okay. All right, fair enough.
Okay, so what and I got the Sarah Connor Chronicles on my shelf waiting to be watched right now.
Woohoo!
How about Jai Courtney as the next?
Shut up.
As the next Han Solo.
Shut up.
That'd be perfect.
That's going to be your last conscious speaking word right there. Seriously.
What happened to Adam? He said Jai Courtney one more time.
Something came flying from Redfield and hit me in the head.
If you say Jai Courtney's name 3 times, then Beetlejuice appears and kills you, okay?
I think Captain Boomerang might even throw one at you for saying that.
Another story, too, just before we wrap things up here. Tony, and you can tell me how excited you are. Kurt and I touched on this just a little bit before we went on air, but I don't know what number they're on, but I did see on slashfilm.com, I think it was, Pirates of the Caribbean 5 or whatever number they're on. I think it's 5. They did the 3 on Stranger Tides. So, yep, number 5.
Okay.
They just wrapped filming. So you're getting another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, whether you like it or not.
Is Gore Verbinski directing this one?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
I
anything.
I still want to punch him in the face. But, no, the first one was good. 2 and 3 sucked. Fourth was actually not too bad.
No way.
The fourth one was, it was not as terrible as 2 and 3. I have to say that.
The first one was awesome.
Yes.
The second one was very okay. I left disappointed.
Yeah.
The third one is terrible. There's no getting behind that.
Awful.
And the fourth one is even worse. They don't bring back 2 of the main characters that everyone loves, and Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann.
Oh no, that's fine. They can leave those crummy actors out of there. Those guys suck.
And then they try to throw in the forced love interest between that religious man and the mermaid. It's so dumb. No one cares about that relationship whatsoever. Definitely, I think that one is the worst of them as all. And you could tell, too, I think, or at least I thought I could tell while watching that. It was quite, and that's why this one, I guess, I don't know what I think about this new one. I'm probably going to see it, but it doesn't get me excited. Johnny Depp just seemed tired playing Captain Jack Sparrow. He really did. He just didn't seem like he wanted
it in.
Yeah, big time. It wasn't anything original like the first one was. The character that he created and he played was so unique. Obviously, the cross between Keith Richards and I forget who else he used for influence on that. But the cross it worked out great, and then it just was pretty clear that he didn't care anymore.
Now, that $50 million was burning
that was
a hole
what
in his
brought
pocket.
him back.
Yeah,
yep.
so
not for love of the character.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't mind the fourth one, just like I didn't, and you guys are probably going to roll your eyes on this one, but just like I thought Men in Black 3 wasn't too bad. That was actually a pretty good time travel movie.
I never saw it.
That, Tony, I will agree with you. That one got, I thought, a bad rap when it was all said and done. It was fun. It was a return to, a franchise that I really enjoyed when I was a kid, especially. I loved the first Men in Black. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. Yeah. And, it was a return a return to form for the most part. I thought Josh Brolin, Josh Brolin is a talented actor.
Sure he is.
And he really nailed like his impression of what's his name? Tommy Lee Jones. Thank you. So yeah, I would agree with you that was an okay movie.
No, and I think that on Stranger Tides, I think getting away from the whole Orlando Bloom and Elizabeth Swann, story arc. I thought continuing Jack Sparrow's story somewhere else, and I liked the mermaid thing. I don't know, fantasy movies for me, and that's I'm going to call those fantasy movies.
Sure.
Fantasy movies for me are just that. They're fantasy movies. If I want to see something, with depth, I'd watch like Runaway Jury with John Cusack or something like that. But fantasy movies, I have to really, with some of them, it's just kind of like, wow, that just wasn't crap, and that's awesome, and that's all I have to say about movies these days. It's like either they're crap or they're not, and if it can make me go, no, it wasn't crap, then I'm happy, and I'll watch it again. And that's the thing about me these days too. Maybe it's just me getting older. Maybe you guys are starting to feel this too, or maybe Kurt's already been through this and gone and back again. But, with me in movies these days, I have to watch them more than once. Because I've reviewed so many movies after the first time watching it, and then I go back and I watch them again, and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? That wasn't that bad. Like, I gave The Winter Soldier a really terrible score the first time I watched it.
Oh.
And then I've watched it 3 or 4 more times since then, and I like it a lot better now and everything. And so it's just kind of, I have to watch things more than once, so maybe I have to just watch Stranger Tides one more time, and maybe it'll just turn into crap.
Well, turned into crap the first time I saw it, and that's all there is to it right there. But nevertheless, hey, I think that's going to do it. We're up against time. Tony, as always, so much fun talking to you, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good.
You've been listening to Completely Unoriginal right here at DakotaBroadcasting.com. I'm Adam St. Paul, and for Kurt Campbell and Tony Zur, until the next time.